Okay, this is a very straightforward question. Let's tackle the first part. Start with this. We let z be this and get its modulus. Square, and you should get 2, and then you calculate its argument by using the formula tangent theta. The argument always equivalent to y divided by x. In this case, your y is negative square root of 3 and your x is 1. If you're not too sure about this argument, you can first sketch the complex number. Is somewhere here, negative square root of 3. So this is 1 minus square root of 3i, and so this angle theta is in the 4th quadrant. If you use a calculator now to calculate this, here you enter this and you get negative 60, right? So back to here. So we know the size of this angle is pi over 3 or 60, and theta is pi over 3. Because it is in the 4th quadrant, I'm going to put a negative. Okay, so that means z is 1 minus sine square root of 3 is equivalent to 2 tis negative pi over 3. The second part of questions says hence or otherwise, means you can use other approach, but normally if you use what is being suggested by the questions, it is easier. So we begin with this, see what happens. Of course, as power 4, and we actually can express this, but you try, you never know what will happen. So try that. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we probably can do this. You never know what will happen again. This is actually isolate this. And okay, this is 2 power of 4 is 16. But what about this? If you recall the De Moivre theorem, right? We actually can express this as negative 4 pi over 3. Problem solved. And if you express this as negative 4 pi over 3 plus I sine negative 4 pi over 3, and don't forget there's actually 16 is a factor, and 16. And we know that cos of negative an angle is just cos 4 pi over 3, and this is just negative sine of negative an angle is just minus I sine 4 pi over 3. But where is 4 pi over 3? Let's just do the diagram, the quadrant diagram. 4 pi over 3 is actually, this is pi here, and that means this angle that I'm going to shade is actually pi over 3. 3rd quadrant, sine, cosine, both negative. Cool. Okay, so means we have 16. So cos 4 pi over 3 is actually negative cos pi over 3, and sine 4 pi over 3 is actually negative sine pi over 3, because both of them at the 4th quadrant, 3rd quadrant. I mean, so this is 16, and if you calculate this, is negative half. And this is plus I square root of 3 over 2. And so simplifying this, you have 3i. Easy.